Hello, David Urey Elementary 5th grade families. My name's Heather Kawiza. I'm an instructional coach here at David Urey. We are very excited to share some information that is going to be coming home with your student on Monday. They are going to be getting different ELA and math activities that you can do at home with them. And so I have Miss Gibson who is going to share a little bit about what you're going to be seeing in our ELA.
Hi there, 5th grade. This is Miss Gibson. I have some really exciting news for you. Did you like what you just saw? Pretty interesting, huh? Do you think you'd like to read about that adventure? Well, guess what? You get a free book and you can read about Brian's adventure and see what happens when he gets stranded in the wilderness with no one and nothing but his hatchet. And the title of that book is called Hatchet by Gary Paulson. I am going to be sending home with each of you a packet of things for you to do with your siblings, with your parents, and it goes right along with this book. The first thing that you will be able to do is talk to your family as you're reading the book. We call this a book talk. You can talk to your family, you can talk to your friends, you can read it and talk about it with your siblings. You could even read it to a pet. And then think about some questions to get your mind going, such as, what do you think kept Brian going through all of this? What was giving him hope that he could even survive if he was out there by himself in the wilderness? Or what's the theme of the novel? What did the author want to teach us through this? And how would you react if you were put in Brian's shoes? What would you do differently? What would you do the same? All of these are great questions to think about when you're reading. And you'll also be getting a page with a list of other questions to help you think through the book as you're reading it. The second thing that you'll be getting in your packet to go with this book is some examples of STEM challenges. These are things that you can make that might help Brian on his adventures in trying to survive the wilderness. All the things that you are going to see can be made using things from your house that you probably already have, like aluminum foil or tape or popsicle sticks, construction paper, cardboard, really anything that you can find around your house you can use to help make your STEM challenges. The first one, can you make a plane? Second, could you make a shelter for Brian to live in? Third, what about a bow and arrow? He has to eat. He's going to have to kill some food. And fourth, could you make a raft to help him get down the river? All of these challenges are things that you can make using items that you probably already have at home. The next thing that you could do after reading your book is to make a Venn diagram. You could compare the old Brian and the new Brian. You could also create a one-pager. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's super easy and it lets those creative minds go. You use your artistic abilities to create one page about the novel. You can include important events, characters, your favorite scenes. You can use pictures, words, symbols. It's up to you. The possibilities are endless. Also, on your teacher's cover page, you will see a link to an audio read aloud of the book. So you can listen to the entire book being read aloud as you track along with them. It also has links to an interview with the author and a really cool video of the Canadian wilderness, so you can see exactly what Brian was up against. I hope you enjoy the book. I hope you keep reading and that you come back and share your thoughts and adventures through the book with your teachers and also with me. Can't wait to hear about it. Happy reading.
I can't wait to hear about what you and your child discover in the book Hatchet. So now let's move into our math and see what are we getting for our math.
I am so excited to be here representing the 5th grade math team of the great and powerful Miss Crowder, the amazing Miss Paris, and of course myself, Mr. Worldwide. It is truly a blessing to have this opportunity to share with you 2 exciting, fabulous math games that you have the opportunity of working with your child at home on and just having a great time. One of the big main purposes for these games is to work on their multiplication. Yes, even in the 5th grade, our children need to be working on their multiplication, because as the concepts get more difficult when it comes to division, when it comes to fractions, when it comes to multi-digits, whatever it may be, the wonderful world of anything multi-digits, they really need to know the products. Product is an answer to a multiplication problem. So the more our kids know it, the more successful they are going to be. So your help is so imperative, and this is just a cool way to bring some fun at home with you and your family. The first game that you're going to see is Factor Dice. That's right, Factor Dice. And basically I've got the instructions here, so I'm going to go through them with you. And you should have those instructions at home along with those resources to play. Factor Dice, of course, you'll be playing with 2 dice. This will be with one-on-one, and you can take score. What it's going to be is they'll roll, so person A, first person, will roll 2 dice and multiply those 2 numbers to find the product. So if I had 2 dice, Patrick, out of nowhere we have 2 dice. So I'm going to take my 2 dice right here. Oh, beautiful. I've got 2 dice. I'm going to roll those 2 dice. Let's say I'm a student. Oh, 1 fell on the ground. That is wonderful. Let me do it again. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. I'm going to be careful this time. I rolled a 4 and a 2. I'm going to multiply those 2 together to get 4 times 2 is 8. And I'm going to think to myself, so what are the factors? What are going to give me 8? Well, 4 and 2 gives me 8. Ooh, that's 1 point. 8 times 1, that gets me 8. That's another point. 2 points rocking and rolling right now. I could say 2 and 4 and 1 and 8, but those are the same things. So when I roll 4 and 2 to get 8, that gets me a total of 2 points. And in just a moment, we actually invited some students to play it. You'll be able to see that one student rolled 2 dice, comes up with the factors, and they get as well 2 points. Another student at that point will record their points. So they have two categories, student A, student B. Student A got 2 points, then student B will go. They'll roll the dice. The dice rolled on 1 and 1. As you can see, 1 and 1, 1 times 1 is? That's right, it's 1. That would be 1 point. Because, well, 1 times 1 and 1 times 1, the same thing. So student B at that point would write down a score of 1. So at this point, round 1, it's 2 to 1. And then you continue. So I'm going to continue with the instructions that you also, again, have in front of you. Decide whether it's winner, chicken dinner. So example, we rolled a 6. If you rolled a 6 and a 3, 6 times 3 is 18. How many points would that one be? 18 times 1, or 1 times 18. 9 times 2, or 2 times 9. 6 times 3, or 3 times 6. Yes, 3 points for that round for that student. Again, 5 rounds. So that's factor dice. I'll be right back at you.
2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1, 4 times 1 times and then 1 times 8. 8 times 1. That's it.
Oh my goodness gracious, that was awesome. Watching factor dice play out with the students, so much fun. Again, we are building on multiplication skills. Because if you don't have those, if our students don't have those foundational blocks, they're not going to be able to build that beautiful castle, tower of those harder level concepts that we see in 5th grade when it comes to math. So again, these games are going to enhance those multiplication skills, and that's certainly what we want to do at home. Thank you again so much for your amazing support. Whether I'm talking now to a parent, grandparent, guardian, you name it. Thank you so much for your amazing support. So the first thing, as you can see, is I have a deck of cards. The next game is called Multiplication War Card Game. And in this, first off, as it states in directions for number 1, remove the jacks, kings, and queens from a regular deck of cards. And the amazing, stupendous, spectacular Miss Crowder has already done that for us. She is on top of it. Second step, you are going to shuffle this deck of cards. Now, she has actually gone ahead and shuffled this deck of cards for us, because, again, she's on it. Number 3, players are going to place the face cards down, face down, in a pile. Just like that. Just one. I might have another student in front of, beside me. I'll pretend in this case it's my friend Mickey Mouse right beside me. And my friend Mickey Mouse is going to be sitting here. And I've got my deck of cards right here. As you can ask your students, I'm a huge fan of Mickey Mouse. Hopefully no copyright infringement, Disney. Love it. All right. Ooh, one thing we want to keep in mind is that we did not take out the aces. We did not take out the aces. There are still aces left in this deck. Aces count as 1. So, if you pull an ace, it is 1. All right. So, Mickey Mouse is going to pull a card, and I'm going to pull a card at the same time. When we do that, I've got 10, Mickey's got 9. Whoever's the first one to say the product. Again, the product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Really utilizing those key vocabulary words is crucial. So the product here, well, Mickey said it before I did. You didn't hear him, but he did. 90. Mickey got 90, so he gets to take the cards. All right, Mickey, you ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Mickey's going to take a card. I'm going to take a card. We're both going to pull it at the same time. 3, 2, 1, and go. I pulled an ace, which is 1. Mickey pulled a 5. 5 times 1, of course, is 5. 5. Mickey got these cards as well. Boy, oh boy, Mr. Wilhoit is not doing so well. I've got no points. Mickey's got 1 and 2 for the 2 sets that he pulled and said the product before I did. Let's do this one more time. You ready? I'm ready. He's ready now. And go. 2 and 3. 3 times 2. I'm not letting him say it. Is 6. I really wanted to point that time. 3 times 2 is 6. So I get to take these cards. You're going to play this game. I'm going to go back to the instructions. So at the count of 3, both.
3. Donnie! You barely got that one. Uh-oh, uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2, 3. 12.
I hope you and your child are so excited to play those games. Again, all of these materials will be coming home on Monday with your child. The only thing I ask is that you watch this video, fill out this form on the page that you're going to get, and let us know what you think. Thank you so much.